everybody, it's Crystal. Welcome to my channel, Bagoday Crochet, where we talk about everything that is yarn, crochet related. Hey, and every once in a while knit. But today we're going to be talking about yarn. I do have a tutorial for this hat. You'll find it under my hat playlist. I forgot the name of it, but yeah. I think I got about 140 hat crochet tutorials. So if you're new, or you're a returning friend, make sure you look in the description box there. That very first link is a link to all my tutorials. I have like over 1,000. Yeah. And counting. I put them on all the time. Alright, so I'm going to show you some yarn that I got from Little Knits. I love Little Knits. I talk about them often. They're my favorite yarn store, small yarn store within the United States that I could buy from, because they have like yarns that would be normally inexpensive. They have them discounted. Do you guys want to see what they are? I want to look at them. Okay, so first off, they had like these mystery bags of Cascade. They had other yarns, I think, and mystery bags, but I got Cascade Heathers 220. You knew that you were going to get the Cascade Heathers 220, but you didn't know what colors you were going to get. So, and it was 5 to a pack. So I got these 5, which I think are very pretty. Wasn't yellow and green Pantone's color of the year for 2022, if I remember correctly? You guys can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, but I think that it was. You know how Pantone comes out with these, you know, colors of the year. So I think it was. Anyways, so I've had Cascade 220 Heathers multiple times. It's a just fine yarn. So here's what it looks like. I have no problem with it. It is 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 220 yards or 200 meters. It is 100% Peruvian Highland wool. Made in Peru, hand washed, lay flat. So this would felt, because it's not a super wash wool or anything like that. But it smells like wool. I love wool. I love the smell of wool. I always say that. Man, it's matching me today. I'm all graying it up today. This is, it's a little woolly feeling, but it's not bad. And if you look close, it's heathered. You can see it. It's a plied yarn. It's a 4-weight yarn. I think it's an Aran weight. Let's look and see. We'll just be the judge of that, won't we? Yeah, that's a 4-weight. There you go. I like that. I do. So I got 5 in this pack. I got one of this light gray. And then I got one of more of a charcoal. Oh, there are actually 3 different colors. I thought this other one was the same. This is actually black, I guess. Or charcoal. I don't know what you want to call it. Light, medium, dark. I like those together. Ooh. Makes me think about things I could do with it. All the things I could do with you. 220 yards a piece. I can make a pretty infinity scarf, regular scarf, cowl, hat, and scarf set. The mind, just as you think about it, you can just make anything that you could ever think of. Those go really good together. I like those. And the 2 yellows that I received in this pack were the same. They're pretty too. Aren't they the same? I'm gonna look. Yes, they're the same lot number and everything. All right, because sometimes I like to make it things look funky in here. It's this, because this house is different than my other house. The lighting at my other house is like super bright for tutorials and whatnot, but here it's not quite so bright. So, but yes, these are very beautiful. So that was the 5-pack. I absolutely love these grays together. How about you guys? What would you make with these 3? I like gray. I think it's a very pretty color. Very neutral and very beautiful. I wear a lot of gray, and I have a lot of gray hats. Okay, I'm going to move on. So I got this right here as well from Little Knits. If you guys, today is 11/9/2022. Little Knits always has such great deals. So this is their Cascade Highland Duo. I have had this before, and it's very, very soft. I like it. It's 70% baby alpaca and 30% merino. It is super, super soft, like butter. Even, it's darker than butter, isn't it? It's a little bit darker color than butter, but it's still very pretty. I like the color. It's like a golden color. So it's 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 197 yards or 180 meters. Made in Peru. Hand wash, lay flat. Hand wash and lay flat. That would be my recommendation too. Now this is a little different than the 220. Now this is a roving style. It appears to be about an Aran weight too. Aran weight, which is a 4 weight. But it is roving, so you can see it's one single ply there, as opposed to multiple plies wrapped around each other. Now, roving style can go from thick to thin. That's just the nature of the roving. I love this though; it's super, super soft. What I got how many yards did I say I got? 197 yards, and I got 5. I got a 5-pack of these. The color is absolutely beautiful. What's your color? What color are you? Color 2310. It's like a gold, I guess. It's one of my favorite colors. A mustard gold, a goldy mustard. I like that. Those are pretty. And they really are soft. You wouldn't be disappointed. Okay, I can't remember if I've ever had this or not. It's possible, but I don't remember if I do. This is the Cascade Rebound yarn. Yeah. I've had this. I have this. But I've either given it away or put it in mystery box. I never used this. It's 70% recycled polyester and 30% recycled cotton. So it's a recycled yarn. Made from 100% post-consumer recycled materials. 100 grams, 3.5 ounces, 164 yards or 150 meters. Hand wash and lay flat. Made in Peru. The color is it's 03. What a name for that. So this is applied yarn as well. This appears to be a 4 weight. It's a very pretty color. It's a nice light pink. I like that. So there's our 4 weight on that Rebound. How you feeling, Rebound? You feel for a recycled yarn, you know, some of them feel and some of them actually feel pretty good. And then there's ones like these are kind of in the middle. You know, they don't feel bad. It's not the best recycled yarn I've ever felt, but it's scarfable. And if you're new, scarfable means that I would wear it against my skin and it wouldn't bother me. I would make a scarf out of it and wear it around my neck. It wouldn't bother me to do that. So yes, it's very pretty. It's something I would repurchase. I like it being recycled and you know, do what you can. I like the fact that it's recycled, and it's a nice size 4 weight. It's pretty color. They had other pretty colors too. I like it. So all the yarns I've showed you now, I would repurchase again. In fact, I've actually had them all, like I said before. So I did repurchase them. Okay, let me see what I know. I got a couple new things in here that I've never had, and there's nothing I love more than touching and feeling and looking and seeing and smelling a new yarn that I've never had. So I do have a couple, but this is not one of them. Now I've had this before, but the name on this one got me. You guys ever get a yarn and you know it's pretty and you like it and everything, and then you see the color of it and you're like, that seals the deal. That seals the deal. I mean, the name of the yarn seals the deal. So this is Malabrigo. This is Malabrigo, which is my number 2 favorite yarn that is not big box store. And the color is called Sealing Wax. It sealed the deal. Now this is their worsted variety. Malabrigo makes many different varieties of yarn. And I like a lot of them. Rio's is my favorite. I think worsted would probably be my second favorite of their yarns. That does look like sealing wax, doesn't it? Like from the old times, you know, when, you know, they drip their candle there, then they stamp it. It reminds you of that, don't it? You know, you think about it, watching an old movie and you seeing them doing that, writing with a feather. I had to get it. Plus, I like red. Red's a very pretty color. And this is like a rusty red. I really like rust. Rust is one of my favorite colors. So, again, we'll go ahead and read about the specs on the Malabrigo worsted. It's 210 yards, 192 meters, 100 grams, and it's 100% merino. Now, like I said, it's made by Malabrigo, which is my second favorite yarn that is not big box store in the whole wide world. And when I say that, they make different varieties, and I said Malabrigo Rios is my favorite, and worsted is probably my second favorite of their variety. Though the only difference really between those two is one is applied and one is a roving. This is a roving. It's very, very pretty. You can see it's got the one ply there. If I had some Rios here, I'd show it to you, but it's pretty much the same. They got a lot of the same colors. Actually, that works with a lot of the Malabrigo. So they'll have different varieties, and they'll have a lot of the same colors in them. They just got, you know, they're either different weights, applied differently, stuff like that. I love Malabrigo. This is so beautiful. What can I make with this? The color is absolutely gorgeous. I love the name, Sealing Wax. I just can't get over the name. I wanted it anyways because it's a beautiful rusty red. And I've never had this red before. Of course, I've had worsted a million times. I love it. But I've never, ever... I think it's funny, the first time I've seen this color. But this is a beautiful yarn, isn't it? It's rusty. Bricky. Brick. Rust. Whatever. Sealed wax. That's what it is. Okay. Let me move on. I got like just a few more to show you. Okay, this I've had this before. I have. Never used it, but I've had it. And this is actually a very beautiful rusty red as well. Look at that. Pretty. Now this is called Kensington from New Zealand with Love by Haiku. So Haiku is the brand of yarn. I like Haiku yarn. It's the Kensington. That's the variety. So it's 60% New Zealand merino, 25% nylon, 10% alpaca, and 5% silk. Silk noils. Oh, that must be the flex, isn't it? They must be silk flex. Interesting. Designed in Seattle, Washington. Made in New Zealand. Hand wash lay flat. Of course. 100 grams, 190 meters, or 208 yards. And the color is called a bayberry. Feels good. Now this is a chain spun. And it appears to be a very nice, I think I give that a bulky 5 weight. Either that or a very thick 4, like an Aran weight. But that is beautiful. Now, if you look at the construction of it, you can see that it's spun in a little chain formation. Let me hold it up a different direction. In case you've never seen a chain spun yarn, maybe it's your first time watching my video. It's made in a chain formation. The yarns are not plied. They're chained together. So in turn, a chain spun yarn makes much of a lighter weight garment because it allows the air to freely flow through those little chain spun, the way it's chain spun like that. I like chain spun. It's my second favorite next to roving. This is very nice. It's, you know, it's scarfable, but you know, it is wool, so you have to remember that. Some wool is more scarf. It's a wool nylon blend. A little bit of alpaca. Just like a pinch of alpaca. But it's nice, huh? I'd wear a scarf out of it. It's gorgeous. The color's gorgeous. That's beautiful yarn. I like the way the flecks in it are silk. That's interesting. And I do like the chain spun aspect of it. That's a beautiful yarn. It is. I like that. Definitely, like I said, I've had it before, but I've never used it. I think I might use it this time. It's hat making material. That's hat making material. That's what I always say about a hank of yarn. That's like 200 yards. 180, 200 yards. That's hat making material for me. Not because hats are my favorite thing. That's what I wear. Alright. I got two more. Wait. Yeah, two more to show you. These are new to me. I never had these before. Okay, we got some Sirdar. I like Sirdar. Sirdar's a good brand of yarn. Sirdar. This is called Sirdar Snuggly 100% Cotton DK. It's a very pastel pink. Let's feel ya. For cotton, you don't feel too bad. Let's see. Machine washable on the wool cycle. Dry flat. Do not iron, but you can dry clean. Let me read the specs over here. Each ball is 106 meters or approximately 116 yards, 50 grams. West Yorkshire, British design. Expertise and craftsmanship trusted by generations of hand knitters, established in 1880. 100% cotton. Nice. All right. So they're saying that this is a DK. Now a DK stands for double knit, which is a lightweight number 3. Nice. It's not one of those super thin. It's not one of those really thin DKs. That's a nice lightweight 3. It's nice. And the feel of it is nice too. That's a nice scarfable cotton. So since they're calling it Snuggly, I don't know if that's like, and it's such a light pink, I don't know if they're gearing it towards baby, but that definitely would be something nice for baby. But you know, baby yarn doesn't have to be used for baby. I use baby yarn for lots of things. Adult stuff, not just baby. It's very pretty. I like that. I'd buy that again. That's nice. It's a nice cotton. Okay. And I got one more here that I'm going to show you that I've never had. I'm actually kind of pretty excited to see this. This is a Malabrigo that I've never had before. It looks a little lightweight. Probably not going to be able to keep it. But the color looks stunning. And since it's Malabrigo, I know I'm going to love it. Okay. So this is called Malabrigo Rastita. Now, I know they have one called Rastita. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's like a bulky. Okay. Now this is not that one. This is this one. I can't pronounce them very well. But it's pure merino wool, slightly felted. Huh. I've never seen a yarn say that. 310 yards per skein, or 285 meters. 100 gram, hand wash, and lay flat. That's where it's made. So the color I have here is called Staza. 31. Color number 31. So let's look at this Rios. Gosh, that's a gorgeous yarn. That is a very, very pretty color of yarn. I absolutely love that. This is one of my favorite. All the greens here that you see are my favorite color of greens. You know, the pea greens, the avocado greens, the asparagus greens. Those are the greens I like. And look, it's got some gold in it. It's like a green gold, but it's still gold. Isn't that pretty? That's one pretty yarn. Wow. Like I said, I think it's gonna be a bit too thin for me to use. Now remember, this is a roving style, so A lot of people don't like roving because when you use roving, sometimes you'll see clumps like this. Well, that's just the way roving is. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with it. That's just the way it is, you know. I always say it all the time. That's the nature of the roving. Thick to thin, thick to thin. Some yarns do it worse than others. But gosh, that's a pretty yarn. I wish I could use that. Let's see if we could figure out what weight it is. Well, it's got 310 yards, so I know that I'm going to guess that it's probably like a 2, maybe a 2-3. Let's see. 2. What do you guys say? Yeah, it's a 2. But it does have thicker spots. Then, you know, that might go up to a 3. But then it's going to have really thin spots that probably go down to a 1. But man, that is one pretty hank of yarn. I can't get over the color on that one. I'm going to have to find this color in a 4-weight. I know they have it because, or in a bulky or something, because they usually use the same colors. Not always. But a lot of times you'll find the same colors just in their different yarns. Which is good, because I love this color here, but I can't use this because it's too thin for me. And I'm not a big fan of doubling up my yarn. So, but it's still gorgeous. And I know somebody would be able to use it. Oh, I think I know someone that might like that. All right. I think I know someone who would love that. All right. I'm going to go. I hope that you guys enjoyed looking at some yarn with me. I always love talking yarn with you. Remember, today is 11/9/2022. I did put a new, very, very beautiful tutorial on earlier today. If you guys have not seen that, check it out. It's a very beautiful stitch. It would make such a beautiful blanket or a scarf. I'm thinking about making a poncho out of it. But anyways, I'm going to go, or I'll sit there and talk your head off all day because I drink a lot of Red Bulls. Or not Red Bulls, but V8 Energies. And they give me lots of energy. And I'll never shut up. So I'll see you guys on my next video. Whatever that might be. Which one's your favorite in this pile? I mean, there's a lot. But I'm going to have to go with my 2 favorites being both Malabrigos. The sealed wax worsted, which is hat making material. And I love this one. I love the color. I'm going to look for this in it, like I said, in a thicker yarn color. So I'm going to go. You guys all take care, all right? Stay safe.